We have the opening play I'm Brad Gressens alongside Kyle Remenap, and a snap from the 30-yard line by the Trumpets off to the right side and up across the 50 to the 40-yard line. Well, they'll mark it out at the, they're going to spot the ball at the 46-yard line, of the Trombones. The Trumpets starting off this football game on offense in what should be a 10-minute quarter game, kind of a half running clock situation. Starting with now on offense, drops back to pass. Looking left, he fires deep, and it is just over the head. Intended receiver there was Corey Thomas and quarterback Ben Martinez.
Thomas was open, so, Martinez had his guy, and it's frustrating that you can't connect on that because when you have an opening like that early, you really want to capitalize and strike first.
Yeah, and that was an open receiver deep on the left side of the field. The Trombones not able to get back on defense. Two referees in this game for us, the drum majors of the Central Michigan Marching Chips. As the Trumpets break the huddle, they'll snap the ball from the middle of the field at the 44-yard line. I believe we have second down. And a man in motion, one running back, four wide receivers, the shotgun quarterback. He's going to turn and end around. He's got some room on the left side up to the 40, to the 35, to the 30, and finally he's going to have his flag ripped down at about the 26 or 27-yard line. So a good play by the Trumpets and a good drive so far.
The Trumpets have really ran the jet sweep to both sides of the field very effectively. It'll be interesting to see if they keep going back to that play.
Running that ball was Zach Mays, also known as Bean Dip. On the carry, now breaking the huddle again, and the Trombones lining up in their defensive set. One deep safety, or I'd say maybe two deep safeties, one guy all the way back. A lot of people stacking the box, man-to-man coverage. And the snap to Martinez. He looks right, looks back left. He's going to be chased out of the pocket. And he looks, he fires, he's got an open man, and it is caught. And that is caught by Tyler Beebe. And that is going to be inside the 10-yard line.
Credit Martinez because it looked like the play had kind of blown up, but he had a clean pocket, and he just kind of rolled out and looked for someone downfield, and Beebe was there.
And again, now lining up. Every touchdown will be 7 points. If they elect to go for 2, it'll be 8. So no extra points. And it would be very tough with extra points at this field because no goalposts.
Maybe just go by distance.
That's right, yeah. Just how
by
far
distance.
can you kick it? Can you kick it to the parking lot? If you can, it's going to be an extra point. Martinez lines up in shotgun. He's got Justin Richards next to him. Snap to Martinez. He rolls right. Blitz coming. He runs back out of the pocket. He's all the way back to the 25-yard line. Good block. Throws in the end zone. It is, and the receiver slipped and fell. That being Zach Mays. And we're going to have second down.
Mays looked frustrated because he was open, and you could tell that he had that pass, but unfortunately the field conditions less than ideal today.
A little bit slippery on a Sunday morning. It's cold out here, about 30 degrees when we came out here. But, hey, either way, it should be a fun game that we're watching out here tonight, or this morning, I guess we could say. This is a different experience for the both of us, kind of flag football broadcasting in a band flag football game at that.
Not something that I've ever experienced before, but I'm excited to be a part of it this time around.
Martinez out of the shotgun, drops back to pass, looks left, fires, and it is over the head. Intended receiver number 6, Corey Thomas. And that's going to bring up third down. As they're going to have to find something. They've gotten it this far, and kind of so far a bend not break defense for the Trombones.
Yeah, the Trombones, it looked like they brought an inside, like a blitz on the inside. And it really actually kind of blew the play up, and the quarterback Martinez didn't have a lot of time.
He's been getting pressured quite a bit since he's gotten inside the 10. When they were driving down the field, it looked like there was not a lot of pressure. So far, so good. 4 down linemen for the Trombones. And now Martinez looks left, pressured again, fires, diving, and no, that ball is incomplete. And we're going to have fourth down, I believe.
Kind of what you alluded to earlier, without goalposts. It looks like we're going for it on every fourth down. Doesn't matter how close you're getting, but
we're going to have to go. That's right. Again, we'll have to do just kick it as far as you can. In between a couple of those trees over there. We'll count it. There's a couple of trees on this side. We could find a way to make this work, right?
We got the light posts in the parking lot.
Yeah,
we could
there you go,
definitely use those as uprights.
That's right. Martinez at quarterback. Fourth down play. think they have to get in the end zone. Sends a man in motion, Richards. Drops back to pass. Looks left. Fires, going for that fade pass, and is out of bounds. And the Trombones bend not break, and they'll take over at about the 8-yard line.
2 or 3 pass plays that they went to the kind of a fade in the left corner, and it didn't really work all that well.
Now the Trombones looking to take over. They get their offense on the field. And there's the huddle there. But, okay, so the Trombone defense able to hold well on that one. And Martina was able to make some deep passes down the field to get this far, but was not quite able to hit the target. I mean, the end zone, multiple people slipping in the end zone. It looked like that it might be a bit, the dew might still be on the grass over there.
Yeah, I mean, the condition of the field definitely played a factor there, but also the Trombone defense really did a good job of bringing pressure later in that drive, and it definitely showed. I mean, Martinez was able to create on a few plays, but grand scheme, the pressure really did what it was supposed to do and kind of forced some early throws and kind of threw off the timing. Yeah,
those offensive linemen might not be quite as fit as they were early on. We're going to now a 2 running back set, quarterback and shotgun for the Trombones, 3 wide receivers. And Kyle Fields rolls left. He's getting chased. He fires, and it is caught up to the 20-yard line, out of bounds at the 25. That being, let's see here, that was number 25, Tyler Evelhawk, also known as Wasted Apology.
These nicknames are something else.
Yeah, really, every single one of these players has nicknames, so we're going to be periodically giving you those as we broadcast this game. Kyle Fields, early bird, is your quarterback. And I'm sorry, that was number 23, Ryan Tim, I believe, who ended up making that reception. Kyle Fields drops back to pass, pressure coming, rolls, and he's going to take off and run. And he's up to the 30, the 35, and at the 40, breaks a tackle to the 45, and that's finally where he'll be tackled there. I guess you could say have the flag ripped out by Tyler Beebe. So good job by Fields noticing the room in front of him and taking off.
Oh, there was a massive hole on the right side, and he saw it, and he took off. He had a lot of real estate there and just made a great gain of it.
They have a real chance now if they can think that Kyle Fields might be a running threat. Maybe you get the Trumpet defense to move up a little bit, and maybe a throw over the top is possible. But, again, pressure coming by the Trumpets. 2 plays, 2 blitzes getting to the backfield.
And when you have a quarterback who can run like that, I feel like it kind of puts the defensive linemen at least not on their heels, I would say, but just a split-second hesitation when you want to contain him more so than just rush the passer.
Looks like we have 5 blitzers and 4 linemen, so I think that is kind of leading to maybe some of this pressure that's happening. Fields going to throw, and it's going to be tipped to the line, intercepted by the Trumpets. That ball, I'm not sure who it was tipped by, but ended up getting intercepted by Rule Cook, who was able to get the interception, tipped at the line and intercepted. So the Trumpets get a big turnover, and they'll take over. That ball will be on about the 40-yard line of the Trombones.
Just a great heads-up play.
That's just kind of one of those, look what I found. The ball's up in the air, and all of a sudden it lands in your lap, and just go, oh. Because he even hesitated a second, like he almost didn't know he had it, and it took off. And no, he didn't have any flags on him, so that may have been kind of part of the problem is that you get the interception, you're kind of down right where you are, essentially. As now Martinez and the Trumpet offense going to be taking over right at the 39-yard line.
It'll be interesting to see because they ran the ball very effectively right up until they got into the red zone. They opted for about 3 or 4 straight pass plays, it seemed.
Martinez back to throw. Rolls right. Got room in front of him. Blitzer coming. He's going to take off. He gets to the 35, the 30. Cuts back inside at the 25. Juke move at the 20, and he is going to be taken down at about the inside the 20-yard line is what we'll say. So good job by Martinez. First run we've seen out of him.
His ability his mobility is really kind of paid huge dividends for the Trumpets early on.
As now we're down. Oh, I'm seeing over here now. We do have some sticks over here. There's 2 people standing at what is the first down marker. So now that I notice that, that'll be very helpful. Martinez is alone back there in shotgun, and he's going to hand it back to Richards. Richards going to find some room up the middle, and he is going to be into the end zone. Touchdown. The Trumpets, as the Trombones got hands on him, but couldn't quite make the stop, couldn't quite get the flag, and so a 7-0 lead for the Trumpets.
And I think that the Trombones had I believe it's Brandon Harsh rushing on the left side, but number 50 for the Trumpets had a great block to open up that run.
Andrew Jensen.
Andrew Jensen, there you go.
Yeah, he gets that block, and it was a nice play call. You kind of bring the almost Statue of Liberty play behind the back of the quarterback, and a touchdown, and now the Trombones will take over at the 35-yard line. 7-0 lead here in the first quarter with 3:05 to go. As now the Trombones, who threw an interception, were moving the ball well on their first couple of plays. Then they threw the interception, take over on offense. So they'll start 30-yard line, I'm sorry. And so you might see a little bit more of running plays out of these guys. Who knows? Maybe not trust the quarterback quite as much after the interception. As they are in the huddle, 30-yard line, waiting for are ready to play as they create their formation, their play that they're going to go with. Now they break the huddle, 30-yard line. They're going to send Fields in a bit of they're going to send him in the shotgun. Two running backs back there with him, 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Drops back to pass Fields, big rush coming, fires over the middle, just kind of threw it away, and it'll be incomplete. Fields was able to step up away from the rush there, Kyle, and I was able to get the ball away because there was about 4 Trumpets coming down right on him.
And the spacing of the line is something to look at because, I mean, Fields has almost no time to throw that ball because
right.
the rush is getting there so quickly.
May need to get an extra lineman or maybe a tight end in there who can block. Fields going to drop back to pass. A bit of a rush coming, rolls left, fires, blocked away, and number 11, Zach Mays, bean dip, able to make the play.
I like the idea to get Fields kind of, rolling out in different directions, but I mean, it's not going to mean much if he doesn't have any time to throw the ball.
Because the offensive lineman didn't roll with him. That's
yeah.
kind of the thing is that they just kind of stayed still, and that's about it.
2 minutes.
As now we hear 2 minutes to play here in the first quarter. 3rd down. Kyle Fields rolls right. He's going to take off. He's not even going to look to pass. He's up to the 35, and that is... Oh, that is where he went down. And not sure what the stoppage of play was there.
I believe there's confusion. A player grabbed Fields' towel that he uses to wipe off the football, believing it was his flag, and that led to the stoppage of play.
Okay. So, all right. So we're to the
126.
To the 40-yard line. So a gain of a few on that play. I think they might give him a first down. Trying to see, maybe look at the chains down here, whether or not they think it's a first down. By chains, I mean 2 Trumpets who are deciding to help out.
I think they're marking him short.
Short of the first down. All right. Oh, now we have another stoppage play. So, not sure what the confusion is. And so now we're ready to play. So it might be 4th down and short is essentially what we're thinking. Fields out of the shotgun. He's going to look to pass. Rolling, right? Fakes the throw. Now he's just going to take off. He's to the 45, and he's going to be down at about the 48-yard line. Should be enough for a first down. And again, the Trombones move the chains.
Fields' ability to, roll out and run there really helped them out. And again, he doesn't have a lot of time for things to develop. That play, granted, he had more time than most, but opting to just take it and run this time.
Maybe, possibly kind of just almost handing one off. He's got 2 running backs back there with him. Handing one off might be a smart idea.
I was thinking that to kind of maybe just go for some play action or anything to just freeze the pass rush for just a split second. Might give you an extra.
Because you just look at the Trumpets defense. They're just firing on all cylinders towards the quarterback. Fields looks left, fires incomplete. Looking for Ryan Tim, also known as Poop Scoop. So it'll be 2nd down, 10 yards to go from the 48-yard line. Coming down in the last minute or so of And they're going to try and get this play off for the end of the first quarter.
That's it. Time.
And they will not. We end our first quarter of action. The Trumpets are up 7-0. And so after the first quarter, the Trumpets did a nice job. I mean, they were able to get in the end zone. One time they kind of stalled once into the red zone, and the Trombones are looking to get something going as the two teams will flip sides of the field.
Yeah, and I think the Trumpets kind of got back to what worked well for them on the first drive, and that's just running the ball, whether it be on kind of a jet sweep play or rather even just quarterback draws or design runs. But if they can connect on a few medium to deep passes, you're going to have a very balanced attack for the Trumpets.
Yeah, I think so. And so far they've shown a little bit more speed, I think, than the Trombones on the edges. And that's really been the key so far. I mean, they've been able to just every play, they're at least able to get 3-4 yards. And the blocking of the offensive line for the Trombones has just not worked out.
Oh, it has not. The blocking hasn't done Fields any favors, unfortunately. And we mentioned it earlier, just going to maybe some play action or, some deception, maybe kind of a read option look, anything to kind of freeze the lineman for just a split second, try and buy yourself some more time.
Yeah, I think that'd be a nice idea, and we'll see what they can come up with in the second quarter. They're huddling before every play, and I think they want to make sure they get something going, but the offensive line just not working, and really it's a numbers game. I mean, they have 4 linemen, maybe a tight end on some of these. They've had 5, I guess, but the Trumpets are sending 6 guys every time. I mean, they are sending 1 more than the linemen every single time. And also, the linemen aren't necessarily holding their blocks on every play. So the second quarter is going to be really important for the Trombones in the maroon and gold.
For sure. And to their credit, it looked like on the last play before the end of the quarter that they kind of had a wheel route designed for one of their backs. And he was open. They just couldn't connect. And, I mean, if you can connect on any sort of pass play, I really think that might keep the defense back a little bit, keep them from playing the line really close.
Those short pass plays, those screen plays will be really important. I think we're ready to go. Second quarter of action. Kyle Fields going to line up. They're going to have the ball spotted at the 46-yard line of the Trombones. They have the football. And counting just right now, I'm counting 1 deep safety for the Trumpets. Everybody else is up ready to go. I mean, if that doesn't tell you what's going on, you got a corner on each wide receiver. That's about it. As now Fields in shotgun, drops back to pass, rush coming, better blocking this time, rolling out, rolls left, fires in a diving attempt, but not able to make the catch. Just underneath of us here, Kyle, and that was number 84, Purple Cobra, was the intended receiver. So we will have second down, I believe.
Second down. That was a better play because the blocking was there and they had time to really let something develop. Unfortunately, they couldn't connect, but that's what you like to see. After a first quarter, that offensively you'd kind of like to forget. That's definitely what you want to see is just a solid play. If they didn't connect, but it's a step in the right direction, I guess you could say.
You're right, and so now they'll huddle up, ready for the second down play, and Fields will line up again. They stick with that same formation. The shotgun quarterback, 2 running backs on either side, a tight end on his left. Rolls left, bubbles the snap a little bit. He's just going to take off running, and he is going to be out of bounds just across the 50. Let's call it the 47-yard line.
We've been talking about the struggles of the line. To their credit, the Trumpets ran a stunt on the right side that was very well defended and very well blocked, I guess I should say.
Well,
and
those
it allowed for
offensive linemen
Fields.
are highly trained.
Of course. But it allowed for Fields to just kind of take off and run because, like you said, there was an issue with the snap. So,
well, we're going to have second down or third down. I believe third down will be what we're on. First down is what they call here. Is now Fields rolls right, better blocking again. Time to throw, fires, and it is almost intercepted. Intended receiver was David Fitzpatrick, also known as Thumble, and breaking up that play was Alex Kramer.
Kramer read that play right away. You could see as soon as the ball was coming, he was looking to jump the route and try and take that the other way for 6, and it almost was. Or 7, I guess I should say.
For 7, yeah. Pick 6, 7. I'm saying they're getting tackled at the whatever line. We promise nobody's getting tackled out here. It's flag football. Kyle Fields lines up. He's got 2 running backs with him. He's going to look to pass. Plenty of time in the pocket. Now it collapses. Fires. Looks for the screen, but nothing there. And it's going to be third down.
You know, they've ran the same formation with the quarterback and two halfbacks back there. It might be might be time to try switching that up. Only because if you spread people out, which is kind of, you see it in college football all the time. It's like you said earlier, it's a numbers game, and if you spread them out, you might get a few more openings.
Let's see what they can handle here. Is now I think they're gonna. Oh, looks like they're changing up quarterback here. We have a new quarterback in the in the formation. Kyle Fields has been benched early on. Number 16's your new quarterback. He rolls right. He's got some speed. He's got a lot of room in front of him, and he is still going, and he is gone. This is going to be a touchdown for the Trombones, and Brandon Harsh, also known as Blazin' Wangs, is going to get into the end zone on the quarterback keeper. He had some chances, the Trumpets did, at stopping him. So that is a 46, 47-yard scamper for the quarterback for a touchdown. Trumpets had a chance, couldn't quite get him.
Yeah, I think it was around like the 20-yard line. Trumpets had a couple chances to grab his flags, but he made a good move on him, to be fair. He made a good move, and then once he made the last man miss, he was gone.
That he did, and so now we're down to a 7-7 game. As the Trumpets will look to take over on offense. As they'll line up. So a tie ball game. They figured out a little bit. Maybe the switch quarterback helped out. They got some speed at that quarterback position this time.
Well, you made a change, and it paid immediate dividends. One play, one score.
As now, the Trumpets will take over on offense. As the new Martinez is still the quarterback. Fires. That's a backward pass. He's able to throw. Rolls right. Fires, looking for Martinez again. He caught it, and down he goes. As that was Corey Tomsick, who is able to make the pass. And he rolled well back. It'll be second down and about 3 yards to go. Able to get that ball up to the 37-yard line.
Trumpets going into their bag of tricks in the second quarter.
Yeah, well, they're got to try something out. It's a 7-7 game here in the second quarter. The Trombones have the momentum. So trying to change it up a little bit. And also, let's have some fun, right?
Oh, absolutely.
It's a fun game to do. As Martinez going to have Richards next to him, also known as Flower Boy. Flower Boy already has a touchdown today. And he's going to look to pass, and Tomsick drops the ball on what would be a screenplay. Had some room to run out in front of him. 3rd down and 3.
I like the idea behind the screen pass. It, like you said, there's a lot of room, and then if you can attack the edges, it kind of forces, like I alluded to earlier, kind of just spreading the defense out. You're going to play out more towards the edges if you can, capitalize on a couple screen plays like that.
Yeah, I think you're right, and the speed so far of the Trumpets has been the key. So you get them in open space. The Trombones have not exactly been able to, and snagging that flag is not always the easiest thing to do. So we'll see how this goes. Is now Martinez going to line up 3rd down, a big 3rd down. Now punting is a thing. They can punt. Hand off to Richards. Richards going to get the first down, and he is going to be up to the 45 to the 50, and he's going to be taken down just across the 50-yard line. Flag pulled out at the 46-yard line is where our official, Taylor Heidema, has got him marked down over there.
The offensive line worked really well to open that up.
They did. A nice draw play. It got the whole Trombone defense moved back, and all of a sudden the ball was right there in front of them. And again, now huddling up. Here we are in the second quarter, coming down towards halftime. And Martinez trying to lead his offense down the field to get the Trumpets back into the lead. Again, better pressure so far by the Trombones, but this time Martinez got all the time in the world to throw. He's firing deep. He's got a man. Tomsick is open, and a great defensive play there by Zach Boyce, also known as Karaoke. Wasn't looking at the football, but
nope,
got the job done.
That's That's all you need to do.
Just stick the hands
Just-
up and
Just knock it down. That's all you got to do.
Face guarding is apparently okay in this flag football game.
You can see his teammates are even giving
That's right.
it to him a little
Open
bit.
your
because
eyes
of it.
next time, kid.
Just look,
right?
just look for it. Just turn your head. Just turn your head.
Easy interception because Tomczyk overran it. But either way, we're going to have a second down, 10 yards to go. So that try on first down work. Martinez back to throw. Rolls right. He's going to fire deep again. And this ball is incomplete. No flag. Intended receiver Zach Mays. Also, again, bean dip. Looks like on the defense there was,
I believe it's Fields.
I believe, it was either that, it was either Fields or it was Seth Patterson, Purple Cobra. That has to be one of the better nicknames I've seen in this game so far, Purple Cobra.
Purple Cobra has to be top 3.
That is a top level for sure.
See, the question for me becomes: were these nicknames given, or were they self-given? I guess is my question.
I have to assume 99% of these are self-given nicknames. We're third down and 10. After the 2 deep passes, they got to essentially pick up a first down. Here, Martinez rolls left, pressure coming, and he is going to have some room to run. He's going to get the first down, and he's going to get to the 35, makes a juke move at the 30, and to the 25, to the 20, looking for room, and he's going to go out of bounds at the 19-yard line. Ben Martinez able to find his way all the way down into the red zone. This is where they've struggled early on.
The pressure came from the Trombones, but the offensive line blocked it so well, and once they picked up the blitz, he was wide open, and he just took off.
So now we have a first down and 10. They're working to get the ball spotted. They're going to spot it right at the 20-yard line, where the Trumpets are going to look to take back the lead.
And I think to address, at least at this spot, when you've had these red zone struggles, I really think that just maybe running the ball a few times. It's worked so well for you so far in the game.
Trombones are going to stack the box. Tomczyk, he's going to pick it up, and on the wide receiver reverse, got room on the left side. Just him and the pylon, and he is going to be out of bounds at the 2-yard line. So they couldn't quite get all the way in. I say pylon, there's no pylon. But it's okay. But he's able to try to find the corner. Couldn't quite get there. The Trombone defense able to chase him down, but we're going to have first and goal from the 2-yard line. And second quarter, they're actually going to mark him all the way back to the 7. And no, they're not. Referee is going to move it up to the 2 where it belongs. All right. The offense spots the own ball, and he spots it 5 yards back. That's not helpful to his own team.
Got to credit the Trombones, though, on that play. The closing speed on defense was great because he was, like you said, almost at the pylon.
Really was. And so first and goal, expect a run play probably here. And it will be right up the middle by Richards. And he is into the end zone. And touchdown. Trumpets. They take the lead 14-7. 2:54 remaining. So some time still for the Trombones. They will start the second half with the football. So still some time for them to get down the field in 3 minutes. I know kind of a running clock situation. Incompletions won't stop it, but if they can get out of bounds, they should be able to maybe get down the field and get the tying score.
And I think the big thing, too, is, you made the switch at quarterback, and you obviously had the big play that got you on the board. Can he sustain the drives, and can they sustain the drives? Because like you said, 3 minutes was sort of a running clock. You don't want to kill the clock, but you want to take some of it up. To get it all back on one play, you don't want to give the Trumpets the ball back for a chance to score before the half.
All right, let's see what they come up with. If they stick with Kyle Fields at quarterback, or if they're gonna keep to Brandon Harsh, who ended up with the touchdown run. And right now, it's looking like it's Fields back there.
Interesting.
Yeah, they're gonna go back to what have you done for me lately? Apparently, they're gonna try Fields again. This time only one running back there with him so far, as they're going to have 2 wide receivers on the far side, and now they're going to get a second running back there with them. Fields again, your quarterback. With him is Gabby Bass, also known as Shocker, and Ryan Tim. Ball on the ground, pressure, throws the screen, and we have a diving catch there. And I think we have a catch. I'm going to assume a catch by by Ryan Tim.
Didn't get a signal from the official, but as
Well,
far as
they
I'm
moved
concerned,
the-
that was a great catch. I mean, that was
Well,
great diving grab.
Well, the ball is still at the 30, so they're going to say incomplete. So 2nd and 10 after the incomplete pass. Ball on the ground again, and now Fields looks right. He's looking, pressure coming, fires over to Tim, and this time Tim makes the catch, but he'll lose a yard.
I was going to say, I think on the last play, there might, whether it was an incompletion or a catch, I think either way they were going to be at the 30-yard line.
30-yard
So.
line. Yeah, so the screen pass is not really working. Down to the final 2 minutes of the second quarter. 14-7. And we're going to have a timeout by the Trombones as they look to set it up. They got a 3rd down. 10 yards to go. You're down by 7. I'm not sure you call this a must-score situation, but you would like to at least move the ball and get a little confidence.
Oh, absolutely, and I'd say it's at least you don't want to call it a must score because you put that kind of pressure on yourself and it's not good. But I mean, if you give the ball back to the Trumpets with a chance to score, within the half,
True.
go down 14 going in the half, you can't like where you're at, especially the way you've produced offensively.
Right, especially when you have that opportunity, knowing that you get the ball back to start the second half. If you can get down here and score, you're going to be sitting there tied up, and you get the ball back, a chance to take the lead and really steal the momentum from the Trumpets, because right now the Trumpets seem like they're in a bit of control. Now we have a little fake decorating of the football. I like that. I didn't hear them call no decorating. So
That wasn't in the captain's meeting,
right.
as far as I remember.
That's right. I don't remember that being a rule that there is no decorating. So all is fair. Kyle Fields still your quarterback. He's going to have Bass and Tim with him. 2 wide receivers on the far side, 1 on the near. Fields rolls right. Looks like he's just going to take off running. And he fumbles the football, and he's going to dive back on it at the 32-yard line, 4th down and 8.
That was incredibly well defended by the Trumpets.
It really was. Fields might have been good to go outside and just try and string out the field a little bit. He might have been able to pick up that 1st down just on the fact of being able to get outside. He instead cuts it back inside, fumbles the football, and has to dive on it. 4th down, 8 yards to go. They have to get to the 40-yard line. So the offensive line has to hold here. Expect a heavy blitz from the Trumpets.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, they've gone pretty much all man with just Martinez playing. You're basically playing center field and a safety. I mean, they kind of safety and a half back there, I guess.
Yeah. Fields rolls, fires, has a man. It is tipped by Martinez. Intended receiver was David Fitzpatrick, also known as Thumble. And
1 minute. 1 minute.
so 1 minute to play, and I'm a little confused that they didn't punt the ball there.
Yeah, I mean,
You're giving the Trumpets short field.
I know you're trying to score. You're trying to get a spark, but you've put yourself in a real precarious situation in terms of just letting this game get out of hand.
Well, the Trumpets still have all 3 timeouts left if they want to get in the end zone here in the last minute. They got to go 32 yards. So maybe running the football, not quite your best option. So we'll see. They're trying to get the chain set, we'll call it. So now the Trumpets take over, 32.5-yard line. Martinez, your quarterback. Expect a deep route into the end zone, would be my guess. He does like to throw that deep ball.
That's what I was just about to say. You know, you coming off the turnover, you want to go for the kill shot, as some might say.
Martinez gets the ball, looking long, rolls right, fires deep, looking, and it is caught. And we have touchdown. The whistle was blown, but Zach Mays made the catch on the deep ball, and he is into the end zone. A touchdown, an inadvertent whistle, but doesn't stop the play. Touchdown, Trumpets. They're up 21-7.
I'd say they made the right call because, yeah, while the whistle was blown, I mean, he wasn't touched walking into the end zone.
51 seconds.
Yeah. So they scored in 9 seconds. 9 seconds. So 51 seconds, 2 timeouts. Still a chance here for the Trombones taking over at the 30-yard line. you just got, if they could connect on one of those deep balls, or they don't really run the ball that often. Hand it off here, you might get some work.
And I know we didn't want to say the last possession for the Trombones. We don't want to call that one a must score, but I'd characterize that as this possession as just that.
Yeah, a must score. If you any way to get in the end zone in 52 seconds, or just get the ball down across the 50, just to get some confidence going into the second half, that you have a chance to win this football game. Field still your quarterback. Same formation as always. He's going to have Bass and Tim back there with him. And he's going to hand it off. And off to Tim on the right side. And Tim is out of bounds at the 42. And time remaining in the 44 seconds now remaining here in the second quarter, as they were able to get out of bounds. A 1st and 10 at the 40. They're going to, oh, man.
44. Yeah. Yeah.
So we have, they're going to take a clock-stopped timeout. I'm not sure about this clock management by the Trombones. They're trying to set up the play, I guess. One timeout remaining for them.
I think as long as you have that one in your pocket, you can kind of justify taking this timeout, but I feel like you would have wanted to get at least one more play off before you use that second timeout.
Yeah, they got a good play there, and I think running the football is going to be a key for the Trombones. It's a tough thing to defend in flag football, running the football. It's tough to defend that. So I think you got a chance that if you can keep running the football, you can break off a big play like their one touchdown they have, a big play by the quarterback.
And I was going to say, you nailed it. First play they came out running, they got a great gain, and I think that's what they have to go back to, whether it be as, a designed run or just running it conventionally.
Fields back to pass, finds number 16, and that being Harsh. Able to make the play, and they'll take their final timeout. Brandon Harsh makes the play. I think I heard timeout down there.
36 seconds.
So 36 seconds. They ran out of timeouts. So now you have, let's see, their ball is at the 49-yard line. There are no field goals, so they can't be doing that. Can't line up to kick the deep one. So now, if you're the Trumpets, you can prevent defense, essentially, can't you? Just don't let anything happen behind you. The deep ball has not really been a factor for the Trombones, so make them throw it there.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's, they took their final timeout, but now they have 36 seconds with a, running-ish clock to basically cover half the field. And, you could go prevent if you're the Trumpets, but, playing that really tight man coverage has worked really well. I would say that maybe you could just drop maybe one more safety and definitely feel comfortable.
That's what they've done. They drop an extra safety. Good job, Kyle Remenap. Incomplete passes still run the clock here, so that will not help. They need to get out of bounds and complete the pass. Kyle Fields, ball's on the ground. He's going to hand it off. Going to make a good block and looking to get outside, looking to get out of bounds, and he does. Is Ryan Tim, poop scoop, able to get his way out of bounds and scoot his way to the 42-yard line, 2nd down and 2. So we're going to be down to about 30 seconds or so left here in the second quarter in the first half, as the Trombones try and just push their way to the outsides and eke their way down the field. 29 seconds remaining in our second quarter.
And, if they keep running the ball, scoring or not at the end of this drive, I think you have to be pleased with what you've seen so far, just in terms of your execution on offense.
Correct.
You've really kind of been able to sustain this drive.
Well, Fields is going to throw. Looking left, fires. He's got a man. That's Tim. Tim's going to go upfield, and he didn't get the flag. That ball should be dead over out of bounds. Yeah, so he did get out of bounds. That's what they're going to go with. Again, an inadvertent whistle. As he is out of bounds. 19 seconds left. They're at the 29. They're within striking distance. 19 seconds. Can't really throw an incompletion here. That would kind of kill the whole clock. You're going to have to run the football in.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I mean, the short passes are kind of an extension of their running game, but I think you have to go with just a straight handoff here because, like you said, incompletion is pretty much.
Yeah, by the time that ball gets set, and especially a deep incompletion. Deep incompletion, you're not going to get a playoff in 19 seconds. So you have to do short passes here or a run play. They're stacking that offensive line, and Fields is just going to take off running. He's looking to the right side. He's going to try and get the edge. He's at 30 to the 25. He's out of bounds there. And we are down to 13 seconds. 25 yards to go, so a 4-yard gain. 13 seconds to go in the second quarter.
That was I like the idea, but I think the issue there is I feel like that play took a very long time to develop,
Really did.
and it killed a lot of time on the clock.
That was 6 seconds for 4 yards. Not exactly what you're looking for. And, maybe you're getting into a spot, you're down to 13 seconds. You get one more play, then you got to throw it in. One more play running, then you have to throw the ball into the end zone. As Fields is going to line up, trying to command his less than 1 minute offense.
They've been running the ball really successful this drive. You wonder if they might try play action.
Fields going to look to throw. Fires to the sideline, incomplete, and I don't think they're going to be able to get another playoff. 3, 2, 1.
Time!
That's the end of our first half. We go to halftime. It's the Trumpets 21, the Trombones 7. Kyle, it started off, the Trumpets started off real hot, able to get a touchdown right away. The Trombones struggled, in fact, threw that interception on their first drive. But we're able to figure it out and get it to 7-7, but the Trumpets, a couple of touchdowns late, really have taken control of this football game.
And I think a huge turning point was when the Trombones decided to go for it on that 4th down play. Deep, on the wrong side of the field, and they didn't convert, and I think that led to the quick score by the Trumpets, and that put them in a deep hole. That's a tough hole to dig yourself out of, at least in the half, to end the half.
You're absolutely right, and I think you punt the ball, you at least force them to make a couple of plays, and a chance where maybe you can get a stop. The time would run on incompletions, especially the way that the Trumpets like to throw the deep ball. You think that they probably walk into this halftime 14-7 if they punt that football. But either way, they're going to start the second half with the football. What do you think they have to do to get themselves right back in this football game?
Well, I would say that they have to go back to running the football. It worked very well for them on their last drive. They couldn't capitalize on a few throws late, and that hurt them on that. But I think eventually, the thing that gets me is they ran the ball very successfully, but on the pass plays, there was all pretty much conventional dropbacks, straight dropbacks, nothing real out of the ordinary. I think if they use some play action passes with the way they've been effectively running the ball, or maybe even use an option play sort of thing, they could probably be a little bit more effective if they had some, I don't want to say deception, but
No, I think
that.
deception's the exact right word that they need. They need something to throw off that Trumpet defense, because right now they're just getting a lot of pressure. They're forcing their way into the backfield and really making it tough for Kyle Fields to figure it out. Now, when they had Harsh play quarterback for the one play they scored their touchdown on, I think that was the key, is Harsh is quite a bit faster, no offense to Fields, quite a bit faster there, and was able to get his way to the outside and able to run past the Trumpets defense. I think if you can get some speed out of the backfield, that's why I like Ryan Tim right now. I think you may have a chance for the Trombones to get down and score.
Oh, absolutely, and that's definitely utilizing the speed you have out of the backfield, whether it be from the quarterback position with Harsh or, with Tim at the halfback spot. Getting those guys involved as much as possible, I think, is definitely correlating with success for the Trombones.
Well, I think so, too. The second half should be interesting. The Trombones will start with the football. We'll take a break, and then when we get back, we'll have the second half action here for the Toilet Bowl game. It's Trumpets 21, the Trombones 7.
3-1-3.
All right, back here at the Toilet Bowl game. Brad Gresson's Kyle Remenap. 21-7 lead for the Trumpets so far. And now go over kind of a brief history of this game so far. And Kyle, you noticed something pretty interesting when we were down there looking.
I did. The Trumpets scored 99 points in a victory in what other year but 1999?
Yeah, and the Trombones, I believe, scored 7 that year. So
It's about as lopsided as it gets, unfortunately.
maybe the Trumpets had a ringer that year, but first documented game was in 1988 of the Toilet Bowl, the Trombones versus the Trumpets. And that was a blowout win. I believe that was like 77-7 was the score there. That's what it was. And past 2 years of this game, last year 49-0 Trumpets.
Oof.
But the year before that, 7-0 Trombones.
I believe we were told that was the first time in, I think, 9 years
9
that
years
the Trombones had won.
Yeah. So no matter what, it seems the Trombones have always had some trouble scoring. But it's just a matter of the defensive has always been there. But the Trombones, I mean, this could be their year to change. 7 points at halftime. They get the football. As we line up, we're ready for our second half. But so here's their chance. Running the ball worked for them at the end of the first half. Fields, your quarterback. 21-7. Trombones falling right now to the Trumpets.
It'll be interesting to see if they go back to Harsh at all this half. I mean, he did have the one play, but other than that, we haven't really seen him since.
That's right, one catch also. He seems to be their key. Fields rolls right. Looks to throw, and now he's going to run. And he's going to be down at the 36-yard line. Gain of 6.
And I think it goes back to just running the football in any way that you can because it works for him. You know, you can grind out yardage. And anytime you get good yardage like that on first down, you know, you're setting yourself up for a good and a manageable second down or even, you know, a better third down if you don't convert.
And what we've seen from this team is punting's not an option. So
Absolutely not.
They don't care what the fourth down yardage is. They're going for it. So they're going to be in a good spot right here. Second down, 4 yards to go. And again, running the ball is a good choice. That's what we've seen so far.
Potentially, you know, it makes me think, you know, if punting, I wonder if punting not being an option is a Trombone thing and might reflect some of the scores we saw prior rivalry games.
No offense to the Trombones. Making a substitution or just kind of switching spots there are the Trumpets. Fields ready to take the snap out of shotgun. Pressure coming. It's going to hand off up the middle, and that didn't work. Stuffed at the line and some celebrating out of the Trumpets. Very excited for that stop. Loss of 1 on the play.
Yeah, the defensive line for the Trumpets is some kind of fired up out there.
They're
but
mean, man.
They're bad men. But they blew that play up right away. I mean, that was going nowhere.
Third down, 5 yards to go. Kyle Fields going to take it. He's going to look to pass. And now he's rolling right. And he's got nowhere to go with this football. He's going to have to cut all the way back. He's all the way back at the 20. He's getting chased down. He fires it, and it is incomplete.
Almost a
And,
great play.
Yeah, he was able to run around forever before finally tried to get that ball to David Fitzpatrick. Didn't work out. And we have 4th down and 5. Man, right if we talked about, 2nd and 4. They're ready to go. This is beautiful. They
Yeah.
run the football, a stuffed and an incompletion.
And I think you got to give credit to the Trumpet defense there because, you know, they've run with the single high safety all game, and it's worked all
Look who they're
game.
going back to. The glove is off for Harsh.
The glove is off.
He throws off that right glove, the orange cleats, the orange socks, the yellow pants, the gold pants, the maroon shirt. So, I mean, matching, not a great thing. But Harsh rolls. He's going to look to run, trying to find the corner. Stiff arm, and he's down the sideline, out of bounds at the 45-yard line, right around the 45-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Trombones. They go back to Harsh, and the offense moves.
Wasn't a fan of the glove, but it must have been holding him back or something because
That's what it is.
He flew down the sideline, and to his credit, every time he's touched the ball for the Trombones, it's been a success. It's worked for
Yeah.
them very well.
Looking like he was going to get, met at about the first down marker there is, man, Kyle Fields officially benched. They're substituting him out. Oh, man, poor Kyle. We appreciate you inviting us out here, Kyle. Hopefully we can get back in the game.
Good shout out.
That's right.
Good move. Good move. That's good
right.
posturing right there.
Got to pander to who am I supposed to here?
Well, I was going to say, what is the phrase? Don't bite the hand that feeds.
Exactly.
Something like that. I'm
Yeah,
probably
something like
I'm probably
that's right.
messing that up, but
The
you know.
Great Kyle Fields. Harsh is your quarterback here. First down and 10 from the 36-yard line, 46-yard line. And Harsh is almost
Oh, my
sacked.
gracious.
He's going to roll out left. He's running. And he is going to be down the sideline to the 30, 20, cuts inside to the 10, and he is down. He's down at the 11-yard line.
Man, what almost was just a disastrous play turns into
Fantastic.
a massive gain for the
Yeah.
Trombones, and that
What-
puts them in prime scoring position.
So down at the 11-yard line, first and 10, they can get a first down without scoring a touchdown. So you can get first and goal from the 1. That is possible here. As they're going to stick with Harsh at quarterback. Probably their best option. And you can pretty much count on quarterback keeper most plays.
Yeah, the one thing it'd be interesting to see if the center can get his snaps dialed in, because that's 2 or 3 that have just been a little bit off.
Harsh fires right side, tipped and almost intercepted. That was Matt Couch, Cinnamom. able to make
It's another
the
great
stop.
nickname.
That's a top nickname also.
That was a great play, though, to just be able to high point the
Yeah.
football and just knocking it down.
Harsh almost intercepted on his first throw of the game. As now the line from the 11-yard line, second down and 10.
I think the Trombones had to realize they kind of got a break there, that wasn't picked off, because if you got a second lease on life here, and you
Harsh rolls right. Think he's just going to run, and he will, and he's going to get essentially nothing. So it'll be third down, 9 yards to go. As they're going to try and figure this out. As they try and get their way into the end zone on what seemed like a great drive, just like we saw the Trumpets earlier, a stall here inside the red zone. Trumpet defense really keying in on Harsh. I mean, that's really been what it is. They are getting after the quarterback. And we're going to have a stoppage of play. And now we're ready to go.
perfect.
As Harsh tried to figure out his. And back to pass. Harsh looking. Dropping back. Fires to nobody. And that ball's incomplete over the middle. Fourth down. And no field goal unit, as we've pointed out countless times, as we still try to find something that could be a goalpost.
Tree. I mean, you could probably make something happen with the trees.
Yeah, those trees. I mean, those are two perfectly spaced trees. You got a van right there that you could plunk right in between them. Worked just fine. Fourth down and a big play here for the Trombones. They got to get back in action here, as they have got to get in the end zone.
I looked for Ryan Tim again. He was open on that play. They just couldn't connect on the pass.
Fire over the middle, incomplete. And the Trumpets are going to take over at the 11-yard line. Harsh is a good runner, that's for sure. Those throws, the first one looked good. The other two slipped out of his hand a little bit. And now the Trumpets will take over on offense, I believe.
Wonder if he's missing the glove.
It's the glove.
And
The glove is still sitting back here at the
glove is sitting
25-yard
ahead.
line. It's still back here. And so the glove misses him too, I'm sure. Trumpets will take over on offense. They have a 21-7 lead, and they have a real chance here to maybe, I don't want to say ice this football game, but really make it extremely difficult for the Trombones to get back in it if they can get into the end zone again here.
Have a long field ahead of them, but I think that presents a great opportunity to kind of, like you said, maybe not ice it, but definitely chew some clock up.
Under 5 minutes to play here in the third quarter, so they can, especially if they can take their time here, they can bleed out the third quarter for sure. Martinez at quarterback, back to pass, rush coming, able to block it. Martinez
he's got a
looking,
man.
fires long,
Uh-oh.
and it is it's caught by Martinez. Quarterback was not Martinez. It is caught by Martinez. He's going to cut back over across the field. He's at the 40, and down he goes at the Trombone 40-yard line. 4:09 remaining to go. In the the third quarter. We're trying to figure out who that quarterback is. But Martinez is able to make the play deep down the field. And again, he will line up at wide receiver. Quarterback was Corey Tomsich, number 6. And looked good on that deep ball. Able to find Martinez down the field, and maybe that's been the key.
And I really credit also Martinez after the catch, being able to make a few moves and really stretch that gain out.
To the 38-yard line again, in striking distance are the Trumpets. My apologies. And Martinez going to line up outside. Quarterback again, Tomsic. As he'll wait for the snap and shotgun. Drop back. He's just going to run left. He's got a lot of room in front of him. Tomsic to the outside. He's to the 20-yard line, and that is where he will be bounced out of bounds at about the 18.
Ran something that looked like the read option to great effect. I mean, he read the defensive end and just pulled the ball when he collapsed. And like you said, he had a lot of real estate to work with there.
Chance to make it 28-7. Ball's at the 16-yard line. Looks like everybody's having fun. Even the referee's over there dancing. Everybody's having fun here at the Toilet Bowl game. Got I see number 50 there for the Trumpets. Andrew Jensen, Papa Spud, great nickname. Waving to the loyal fans around the sideline. So just everybody having fun at the Toilet Bowl game. We're having a bunch of fun.
Absolutely.
Great game to watch so far. This flag football matchup between the Trumpets and the Trombones of the Central Michigan Chippewa Marching Band. As Tomsic, your quarterback again. Oh, they're going to drop him out. It's a direct snap. And Richards looking to throw, and he is now going to be taken down for a loss on the play. As Justin Richards, Flower Boy, ends up losing quite a few yards. I'll say probably 7-8 yards on the direct snap to him. At first he looked to throw, couldn't find anybody, tried to run, and the Trombone defense was right there.
And I'm not certain, but it looked like Tomsic actually was lined up to take the snap, and it kind of looked like it might be a little bit of a trick play, but obviously didn't work as there was nowhere to go with it.
So Richards looked kind of lost with the football there. That'll bring up second down. Let's say, 13, 14 yards ago. Looks like they have to get to about the 12-yard line. So, and Tomsic, quarterback, rolling out. Fires, looking for Martinez. Caught it, touchdown. Trumpets find their way back into the end zone. As throwing it over the head of number 53, Jake Hornick. And his nickname is perfectly fitting. His nickname is Where Is It? And he could not find the football. Touchdown, Trumpets. As the pass from Corey Tomsic to Ben Martinez makes this 28-7. 2:15 to go in the third quarter as the Trombones try and figure something out on offense.
I mean, it's unfortunate because they had a blitzer on the right side, I believe in Tim coming, and Tomsic just ran away from it and found Martinez wide open in the end zone.
Yeah. Well, now it's crunch time for the Trombones. You really cannot get away with not scoring the rest of this football game. You are going to have to score every time out the rest of the way. As Tomsic again, your quarterback, and again the glove off at the 20-yard line. As at the 30. And trying to figure it out, and let's see. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, they have 11 out there. They keep on counting, but there's 11. Good to go. Harsh at quarterback. Again, Tim and Bass over there with him. Yet to see Gabby Bass out of the running back position get the football. Ooh, man in motion is Tim. Harsh going to get the football. Bass, a good block. And able to scramble and gain quite a few yards down the sideline are the Trombones. They'll get up across, let's say, to the 45-yard line, which is going to be marked out of bounds, no, for a first down. But a little bit of problems there. It seems like Tim wanted the football there, and Harsh didn't give it to him, and some yelling over there.
In Harsh's defense, when Tim went out left, the defender went right with him.
Yeah.
He was right there the whole way.
Yeah. Those prima donna running backs, those skill players. Gotta have their touches. Harsh is going to drop back to pass. Of course, I joke. He's going to fire deep, and it is tipped and almost intercepted. And again, the throw is to Where Is It? Not quite able to make the play. Jake Hornick. That ball nearly intercepted. by Matt Couch. And we got,
Some chirping.
yeah, man, a bunch of chirping out there. Jeez, this game has gotten ugly in the second half. We're into the, what is this, second down and 10. Ball at the 45. High snap to Harsh. He's able to make the play. No rush coming. Plenty of time for Harsh. He fires, and just off the hands of Fields, a little out in front. Third down and 10.
That's got to be a frustrating play because Fields was open, and that's the play. Obviously, when you're in a situation like this, down big, you have to connect on, especially when you've had very limited offensive success.
So now they got to get something going on third down. 1:06 to play in the third quarter. So still have an entire fourth quarter, 10-minute fourth quarter to play. So they have time. And now, third down and 10. Harsh at the quarterback position. Drops back. No rush. Fires over the middle, and it is nearly intercepted. Good defense by the offensive player, Fields, to knock that ball away from Tim Lamott.
Yeah, Fields had a great play to break up almost a surefire interception there.
So fourth down. You really can't punt. Not that they would anyway.
No, most likely not, but, you know.
Fourth down and 10, you know, you got to expect.
I think at this point, I'm sorry, but I feel like at this point, every territory is four-down territory.
Yes.
You're going for it on every
Oh,
fourth.
yeah. Expect quarterback run here. And that's exactly
is.
what's going to happen. Harsh looking up the middle,
Paul.
and he's going to be taken down, and it'll be a turnover on downs after only a 3-yard gain. A good stop there
Jensen.
by
Jensen.
Zach Newhouse.
6 seconds.
Sneakers with a Z.
6 seconds.
Sneakers had an excellent pull
He
on
did.
Harsh's flag. I mean, that's
Play of the
Those are
game
the-
so far.
that.
Man,
That's the play that elite defenses make right there.
that is. This elite defense for the Trumpets is
6 seconds.
been fantastic. This will be the last play of the third quarter. As they'll run this play, switch sides of the field, and we'll have our fourth quarter of action. As now the Trumpets with the football, up 28-7. Just have a trumpet player is able, or trombone player, and just kind of taking his rest in the safety position.
I don't know if we've mentioned it, but not very deep teams, so
No.
high snap counts for a majority of the players.
Not really seen a lot of two-way players out here for sure. A lot of offense and defense.
Not a lot of substitutions.
No, especially on the trombone side. The Trumpets have a few more, it looks like, down there. But Martinez back at quarterback, so they're going to step away from what scored him the touchdown. Tomsic at wide receiver now. And it's going to be an end around. A double
There it
end
is.
around to Tomsic, who's going to throw. And instead he's just going to take off. And he's going to be down. Kyle Fields almost tackled him
Time.
at the 45-yard line. That'll end our third quarter.
Time.
Well, after 3 quarters of the toilet bowl, the Trumpets looking to make it 2 years in a row of a victory as they lead 28-7. Trombones won 2 years ago.
And while I can't speak for the players, I believe that if you're the Trumpets, you can never win enough, especially after you lose. You know, you have a 9-game winning streak, and then you lose in 2015.
Right.
You really want to come away with a win as every rivalry game.
That's right. And this is one of the most heated rivalries in college marching band football that there is. This is probably one of the more heated ones. I am sure.
I'm going to have to do some research on
Yeah, that's right.
on that. But
Right.
I can't.
Don't at me, but
Can't back. Don't at me.
but I am sure that what I'm saying is true.
Look, all I can. I mean, to your credit, what I can tell you is that these two teams love playing each other and they love being here, and both teams have played hard every single snap.
It's been a real fun game to come out and experience. And it's perfectly named. I mean, the toilet bowl. I mean,
It
that's just
is.
a fantastic name.
I think we say that not as an indictment of
No,
the
not an indictment
product
of
on the
ability,
field, but
right.
rather just sheerly by the naming and just the way that these guys play it.
That's right.
It's a great thing to be a part of. It's been a great experience so far.
Well, we're ready for fourth quarter action, As the 10 minutes to go in this football game, the Trombones, maybe it's time to, instead of ripping that flags, it's time to start punching at football and trying to force a fumble and trying to get something to get the ball out of the Trumpets' hands right now. Is we're going empty backfield. Martinez by himself, 5 wide receivers.
I'm going to try to be shocked to see a draw here, but
Well, Martinez going to roll it left. And he's got plenty of room in front of him, but he is dead set on throwing this football. And he fires it deep, and it will be caught. Caught by Zach Mays. Bean dip all the way down at the 4-yard line. If he doesn't trip and fall, he has a touchdown.
oh, he's a surefire touchdown. Bean Dip has had quite a game today. I mean, when they need a play, he's been their go-to guy.
Yes. There's a joke in there somewhere.
And there's
There's
some
a joke. They dip into his talents. I don't know. Something along those lines. Gave me more time to figure that out. But
you dip, I dip, we dip. I'll admit I was thinking on it. I could not figure it out. There's something there, but
there's a joke there somewhere. Bean dip either way makes the great catch. We're going to stop rambling now and focus on football. First and goal at the 5-yard line, and trying to go up 35-7 are the Trumpets. Again, they'll empty the backfield. It'll be just Martinez.
and I know you kind of alluded to it, but something we haven't really talked about. They're going to try and force a turnover, but really the quarterback play of both Martinez and Tomsic has been almost impeccable. I mean, I'm sure they've missed a few throws they'd like to have, but
Oh, you're
awesome.
absolutely right. Throw, touchdown. Caught by number 22, Tyler Beebe. And he's able to get another score on the board for the Trumpets, 35-7 now. There's a Trumpet squad that put up 49 points last year in the same bowl game.
they're on pace to do it again. I mean, I feel like they've scored on, I think, 2 or 3 straight possessions. I could be wrong.
They have. In fact, I'm trying to think of a possession that they didn't score on.
The only thing I can
Yeah.
think of is the very first possession of the game when they
Yeah.
kind of stalled early on in the red zone.
Yeah, I think other than that, they're 5 for 5. The rest of the way out, it's now the Trombones got some work to do. Down 28 points. Only touchdown so far is on a harsh, big touchdown run way back in the first quarter.
And this is where you really need a leader because, when you're down big like this, you need someone who's going to keep your guys playing hard for the final 10 minutes of the game.
They're just barely able to get that 12th man off the field. I'm sure the referees were ready to throw that flag. 12th man on the field. As we're going to have, let's see, is now Kyle Fields will be the quarterback again. 8:44 remaining in our fourth quarter of action. Fields going to hand it off. And not quite able to get him in the backfield as up to the 49-yard line or so. Ball carrier on that play, Seth Patterson, Purple Cobra.
Are they saying he's down in the backfield? A little confusion as to what's going on.
It looks
here.
like they're going to give him the yardage. Looks like the flag just fell off. Is going to be my guess.
As far as I can see, that seems to be what happened.
Yeah, and so they're just going to give him the yardage. Very kind. I heard the defensive lineman for the Trumpet say, give him the yardage.
Yeah.
It's a very kind sportsmanship out here in the toilet bowl. Albeit it's gotten a little chippy. Has been. And Fields going to do that play action pass, looking for the right side. He's just going to take off. He's got room to the 40 and out of bounds at the 35. And a hard hit to get him out of bounds.
Fields made a great play there. I mean, while he was rolling right, at all times his eyes were downfield, and I mean, I feel almost very late he made the decision to kind of just tuck it and run, and he had a lot of room to work with, and he was going to outrun those guys. So I think he knew he had the run option if he wanted to take it. He was just very keen on trying to find an open receiver.
I believe he pushed out of bounds by number 13, that being Brendan Murphy. Skater Boy with an 8. Skater Boy. Another top-notch name.
The nickname game for these guys is unmatched as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I can't think of a better group of nicknames than what we've seen out here on this. And we haven't even said most of them. I'm reading some of these other ones that are absolutely fantastic. Fields Going to hand this one off. Patterson going to be
Good
taken down in
call.
the backfield.
It's Bean Dip again.
Oh, man, Bean Dip is just dipping into his bag of tricks and able to get the stop there. As I make everybody up here with me dislike me a little bit more.
How long have you been waiting to crack that joke? I gotta know.
I thought about it soon after we got done talking about it. I was dipping into the bag of tricks. We're going to have a second down.
Man.
Second down for the Trombones. They're going to be back at the 42-yard line.
All joking aside, May has just been making all kinds of plays for
Yes, he has.
the Trumpets.
Back to passes Fields. Early Bird looking on the left side. Fires and throws it just a bit short. Looking for Tim.
Might have been some miscommunication there.
Yeah, kind of those quarterback, running back routes, not quite able to get on track. And it'll be third down. And we're going to have a timeout by the Trombones. They try and figure this one out.
They've honestly moved the ball very well on this drive, so
Bean Dip has tired himself out. He lays down on the field. All his running around, making all the plays. And
I want to say he's had, I think, now 2 touchdown grabs. And
Yeah.
if not a touchdown, then one other long gain as well. And then
Yeah.
obviously just made a great tackle for loss on defense. I mean, he's been all over. He's been a
yeah,
flamethrower
really
a little
has.
bit.
He's been fantastic.
Guys who do like the radio for the radio station.
And now look at that. The Trumpets are a little team bonding over here between is that Bean Dip and Skater Boy. Some team bonding, and you got a guy resting his head on the football. I mean, this is just all around class acts. Let me tell you something. It's there. You get up early on a Sunday morning to come out to the gridiron, and you got some. Now they're ready for football. After the timeout, third down for the Trombones. Fields, your quarterback. Third down, long to go. Fields driving back to pass. Pressure coming, fires, and he missed him again. That one's short to be fourth down.
7:15.
And we're going to at 7:15 to go in our fourth quarter of action, 35-7. Right now, your score: Trumpets over the Trombones in the Toilet Bowl game that has been documented since 1988.
We got a chance to take a look at the trophy down there that they've got for the winner.
did.
And this, trophy doubling as also kind of a document of the rivalry.
Past games. Oh, I see a glove getting tossed again. And yep, there is. Harsh is in the.
He's in the huddle.
Yeah. No play clock, I don't think. So. I think you can
I
take your time here.
was thinking that earlier.
Yeah.
I was thinking that earlier. I think we'll be okay. In
I don't
terms
think
of
you're
play
going to
clock.
see any delay of games. We have yet to see a penalty flag thrown in
Pretty,
this.
I'd say it's a clean game.
It really has
Very
been.
clean
Kind
played
of,
game.
talkative, but hey, it's been okay. And Harsh is just going to run the option. And he's going to be taken
Oh,
down again,
great
and that's
ball.
going to be a turnover on downs. Alex Kramer able to make the play.
That was a great pull by Kramer.
Yeah, I believe that was fourth down, so it should be a turnover.
That might be the first shirt I've seen without a nickname on it.
Yeah, not too many of these. Only a couple. Martinez is also just says Martinez on the back.
That's true. It's true.
So as now we're going to switch out the football to the Trumpets football. Oh, now we're going to switch back. So now the Trumpets will look to essentially run out the clock here. They can, if they put together a good drive, you can essentially see this one end.
I know we've talked about the offensive struggles of the Trombones, but I think we also have to give credit where it's due with the Trumpet defense.
The Trumpet
they have
defense
been
been great.
fairly stifling all the game.
An absolutely
Looks like
fantastic Trumpet
gonna
defense.
skip the punt here, it looks like.
Fourth down conversion fails, so now the Trumpets will take over. 41-yard line of their own. Martinez is alone. He's going to bring Tomsich in motion. Pitch to him. Oh, no, he's going to fake it. He had me faked, and now Martinez is by himself on the left side of the field. Good chase down there by
good move.
Tim, and no one's going to grab him. And finally, he's going to be taken down just by a tackle. Forget the flag. Taking him down at the 38-yard line.
I was going to say there were about 3 or 4 trombone defenders going for his shoulders, and I was like, well,
Yeah.
this isn't about flags anymore. He's going down,
That's right,
unfortunately.
35-7. The trombones are looking for blood. But the play action works with the good rundown by Tim and the rest of his trombone teammates, where they finally bring down Martinez. And
5-19.
It definitely helps when you have 2 guys who can not only throw it but also run as well as Martinez and Tomsic can. It really gives you a lot of options to kind of run deceptive plays in the backfield.
yeah, Martinez and Richards in the backfield. 4 wide receivers, 2 on either side of the line. It's going to be a play action fake. Pressure in the backfield. Martinez fires it. And we have,
Is that a penalty flag?
are we about to have a penalty flag? This about to happen? We have a whistle either way. The flag is still in the hand of the... Oh, it is a penalty. He's yet to throw the flag, but it is a penalty. Our first of the game.
He's going to walk him back. He's going to mark out the yardage.
That's right.
I'll be back it up about 10 yards, I think.
Back him on up. Back to the 47-yard line for an unknown penalty.
You may have heard it, but Bean Dip was on the right side, for all intents and purposes, all alone, and he was expressing his frustration because Martinez just never saw him, but he was wide open.
Well,
I think I heard holding.
holding was
Holding.
the call. 10-yard penalty on... Man, they stopped it mid-play for holding. There's a pitch.
Oh.
This one's back to Matt Couch. Couch has got some room to run, and the flag is pulled across the 40 to about the 44-yard line. And so if you keep the down, and we should be at, let's see, second down and 10, or second down like 20-ish. Second down 18 now, maybe.
It was a good flag pull by number 1, Sasquatch, and it's not meant to. That's actually a nickname.
Yes.
Just on the record. I want that on the record.
Alex Markarian.
Markarian, there you go.
Markarian, also known as Sasquatch, able to make the play. You got to try and get as many of these nicknames in as possible. We haven't called a bunch of names. Yeah, any name that we can get out there. Get out these great nicknames.
A couple more. I'm seeing our S'more
S'more
Lovin'. S'more
Riley
spelled like the
Delicious treat.
delicious treat enjoyed by a bonfire.
Martinez back to throw. Fires deep, looking for Tomsic. He's got him, and into the end zone. A great throw by Martinez. Touchdown, Trumpets. It's 42-7.
Wait, no.
4 minutes to play, so if the Trombones are looking to get back, you score a touchdown, you onside kick it, right? Like that's how it's got to go.
If we had kicks, unfortunately. But
Not very good rules for a comeback.
I was going to say these rules are unfortunately not conducive to the comeback. But the Trumpets, showing no mercy. That was a deep ball thrown in a blowout.
They're not looking to run no timeout. They heard that last year's team scored 49, and we talked about it in 1999. There was 99 points dropped. So they have a goal. They're out there pushing it.
I feel like that has to be your goal every year. Top the 99 somehow.
All right. Let's just go through some of these other, while they're getting loaded, some of these other really good nicknames. One that I like, Kelsey Wingler, is Street Tooth.
I saw that one earlier, and I thought to myself, that's a gem. That's
That
a
is
great
good
one.
Now, some of these on the trumpet side of things, you can include Papa Spud, Andrew Jensen, number 50. Let's see, some sneakers we already talked about. Mean Joe, number 52. Cinnamon.
I really like the simplicity of Mean Joe.
That's
Gets
right.
the point across
It fits
in a
just
succinct
and look at
manner.
that defense. He's the defensive end over there, number 52. He is.
You got Mean Joe, and I believe it's Hurrell, if I'm pronouncing that correctly.
Yeah, I think so.
It's 2 mean men on the left side of that defensive line.
Yeah, that's for sure. Papa Spud finds his way over there.
Papa Spud. That's another great
Yeah,
one.
Blazin' Wang's your quarterback. That's let's see, Brandon Harsh. Back to pass, and he's going to look to run to the right side. Forget that pass thing. And he is going to run up the right side. He's got some room up to the 50, and that's where he'll go out of bounds. Stop made by Zach Newhouse. Sneakers.
like you said, I mean, more often than not, when Harsh is going to touch the football as a quarterback, it's a keeper. It's
Yeah,
it's
just
stay
about.
in his hands.
Including some of these other ones now. Andrea Balser is hot and ready. Snake Charmer at Maddie Preston. That's a great one. Snake Charmer.
I saw that one earlier. I'm a fan of this one. Anthony Anger, number 45, if I'm pronouncing that right, is no cart.
No card.
I don't know what. I'm sure there's
Not
a
sure what
story
that
behind
means.
that one, but I like it. It
How about-
sounds good.
Andrew McMurray, number 73, is Bone Breaker. He's the
Ooh.
big left tackle.
He is aptly named because he is basically shut down the left side of the defensive line.
Right, all the pressure comes from the right side. If you want to give some credit here, the right side of the offensive line is where all the pressure's coming through. So Bone Breaker doing his job.
About I believe it's John Guzowski is air guitar.
Oh,
It's a good
man.
one.
Got to get number 93 in the end zone so we can see some air guitar.
Absolutely.
Harsh,
Ooh.
back to throw. And a pancake by the defensive line. And being able to run up the sideline, flag pulled towards the 40, and a timeout right there. Let's see. Able to make that hit was Connor Schuster, also known as Shoe. And he was able to just absolutely plant. Let's see, I believe that was number 73. Or sorry, that wasn't 73, 53. Where is it? Planting him. So a great by the defensive line, a mean defensive line.
There
pushing
is-
through.
There is I believe his name is Mean Joe. There's a
Yeah.
there's a nastiness about the game of that defensive line.
Man, I mean, we saw it. The Trumpets just ripping down Martinez on the tackle. Now this game's getting mean in the second half. Jeez.
I was gonna
Is
say,
it
and
talking?
we were told that at the outset, like it's played in fun, but both teams want to win, and obviously it's not going the way of the Trombones, and I can imagine they're none too pleased about it, and it's a rivalry game, so you kind of expect that a little bit.
Well, we have a 42-7 score. Timeout here on the field by the Trombones. As I now the ready to play. Trombones are gonna take the football. Harsh, your quarterback, in his orange cleats. As now Kyle Fields, your lone receiver on the outside. Pressure coming off the left side. Throw, and it's over the middle, and it almost tipped, and then it was almost caught. Almost a David Fitzpatrick fumble. Not quite able to make the catch, and would have gotten that ball down the field. 3 minutes, 30 seconds remaining in this football game. 42-7, your score.
It looked like Matt Couch, I'm not 100% sure on that, kind of tipped it and almost made almost made just a beautiful interception, but he tipped it, and then it almost resulted in a catch. That was a crazy sequence.
Harsh rolls right. Second down, and he is going to be. And, well, I think he was taken down. Oh, there's the flag. I didn't see it pulled. But that was number 17, Shu, able to make the tackle just across the 40-yard line. Timeout again.
Looked like he almost made a shoestring tackle.
Oh, there it is.
Hey, I'm gonna join that game now. I'm gonna.
There you go. Way to hop in there.
Good thing there's only like a couple minutes left.
Yeah,
for
that's
that one.
right.
So you
We-
saved the bad jokes
Yeah,
for the end.
we won't be doing this too long, we promise. Not going to be dipping into our
All
bag
right.
of jokes.
All right. We've had our fun.
There were people down there talking about us. I'm not sure if it was good things, but
Yeah, well,
they were talking about us.
they've got the radio broadcast going.
Might not get invited back next year. Harsh at the quarterback position, and he's going to hand it off, and he's going to be fumbled by Tim. He's going to be running backwards, and he's going to be.
Oh.
Oh, we're going to have a flag.
flag.
Flag on the play. Not sure what the flag is. Let's see.
I think you're gonna get.
What do we got here?
A defensive holding on the ball carrier, I think.
Problem is, let's see.
I think they're gonna get.
Are they going to get holding on the ball carrier?
No, I think they're gonna get. I think they're gonna get 62 on Tim LeMaid, I believe.
Lamoth? Ert?
Lamoth?
Ert? Is that his nickname?
Irked, yes,
Irked.
it is Irked. I saw that one earlier.
And
Some friendly banter going on between
Yeah.
Tim and Irked.
Irked. He's irked a little bit about this
Yeah.
call right now.
Okay. That fit. That worked really well.
Yeah, that was not as bad, right?
No, that was actually.
We can fit that one.
That's a
in
good one. No, that worked really well.
there. Yeah. Well, did they pick up the flag? I'm not.
It looks like they're gonna move them up a little
Move
bit.
him
I
up.
think.
All right, defensive penalty. Second down here for the Trombones. Ooh, Harsh is moving the hat forward now.
Just gonna say that.
Ooh, the hat was backward, now it's forward. He dropped the glove. Now he's dropping the hat. Now the hat is moving forward. Looking to throw. Oh, big hit. Oh, man.
In comes the flag.
Oh, yep, there's the flag. We're going to have unnecessary roughness, I am sure. We're going to have unnecessary. We had, was that Hurrell absolutely laid out. Trying to see who that is. That was number 3. So that was shocker, Gabby Bass. Got demolished.
God, frankly, yeah.
Oh, man. Woo!
She was. The Trumpets are going to express their frustration with this call, but Bass was
man.
frankly leveled.
Level it. Not quite in the spirit of flag football. Was that it? That's the penalty right there. I would say not in the spirit of flag football play.
The play's going, unless if it's before the play, keep going. Just throw the flag and then say it after. There you go.
All right.
2:32.
2.5 minutes left to go in the Toilet Bowl game. Is ball on the left hash. Looks like Shocker is okay. She's back in the formation at running back. This is where you give it to her and let her just truck into that defensive
absolutely.
line, right?
Absolutely.
You're just like, let her try and lay the shoulder boom into somebody.
Run it between the tackles.
Yeah.
Pound
And
it
they're
out.
going to hand it off to Tim on the draw play. Trying to get outside. Flag pulled by Papa Spud to the 33-yard line.
It looked like Tim kind of outran his blocker a little bit.
Yeah, a
because
little bit.
53. Let me check.
Where is it?
Jake Hornick. Where
Yeah.
is it? Was running up to make a block, and if he makes the block, Tim is likely gone.
Back to pass is Harsh. And he's going to break through a sack. No, he's not. Second man through, able to make the play. Hurrell able to get the stop.
It's that defensive line again
Yeah.
making plays.
Brendan, 2.
And I believe that might have been 4th down. This might be a change of possession. Third down. We have third down for the.
I was going to say, I don't believe it was.
Yes, I didn't think
it's
so
fourth
either,
down.
but things started moving a little slow, and so I thought maybe they'd change possession. All right. Well, trying to set it up. Fields is going to be your quarterback.
Neither
Yeah.
quarterback really has been able to kind of establish any rhythm, unfortunately.
No. The passing game for the Trombones has been slightly off. As now back to throw, and Hurrell also got into the backfield, but he's going to go around the outside, and
Oh, good move.
Fields makes a juke move, and he's finally going to be tackled inside the 20. Flag pulled at the 21. And so Hurrell, man, again got into the backfield. He has been a dominant blitzer so far off that defensive end spot. As he, this time, Tim was able to make the block. Hurrell kind of slowed up a little bit. I don't think he wanted to,
Draw another penalty.
get another penalty on this play.
150.
We're down under 2 minutes to play.
To his credit, Hurrell has made his presence known in more ways than one. He's been a very vocal leader on that defensive
He
line.
has.
He's been celebrating. He's been,
Yeah.
like I said, making his presence known, both with his play and with his leadership.
He just threw the dab out there on the on the
missed that.
Trombones. And now the read option, and now looking to throw. Fields able to find a receiver. That's Patterson. And now they're going to get into the hurry-up formation. As Purple Cobra makes the reception, a gain of only a couple to the 17-yard line. It'll be second down.
I'd like to see if the Trombones could try something along the lines of maybe rolling Fields out to the right with maybe a corner fade in the corresponding direction, whichever, right or left, whichever you're more comfortable with.
Yeah.
You usually go right, depending on your hand, your dominant
Right.
hand.
Fields rolls right.
Oh, no kidding.
Fires, and Tim didn't keep moving with it, and instead we're going to have an incomplete pass thrown in no man's land.
Well, if Tim keeps moving, he's got it. And he's within the 10 at least.
Yeah, and probably in the end zone. We're down under a minute to play here in the Toilet Bowl as a 42-7 score. And the Trombones trying to get another touchdown. They have not scored since the first quarter. Fired to Purple Cobra, and he makes the play, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown! That'll stop the clock with under a minute to play, as the Trumpets will probably try and throw the ball deep. They're trying to get to that 49.
No such thing as killing clock in this game.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to see the kneel down. I don't think you're going to see the victory formation.
I think the only time you'll see a victory formation is if they're all huddling in the end zone after the win. That's the victory formation, I think, is after they throw this deep ball right
They
here.
have been a ruthless offense. I think that's going to continue.
I'm gonna say I think it was like a little less than 4 minutes left. Game well in hand, and they threw I think a 30-yard touchdown to Mays, and I was like, all right, well, they're
I
running
think
it.
if you want to, we can hand out kind of our player of the games here, and I think we're going to have to go with Zach Mays being dip. I
Absolutely.
think he's our player of the game. He's been all over the field on offense and defense. While Martinez has been a really good quarterback, Mays is out there making the plays.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, he had a couple, a long gain. I think he had 2 touchdowns and a huge tackle for loss
the
on
big sack.
defense. And, of course, provided us with just a plethora of puns to make.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what more could you want?
Anytime I can say, get the dip in there, just a bunch of things we could go for.
Absolutely.
Well, they're going to line up at the 30-yard line. It looks like the Trumpets are kind of making a decision on what they want to do, probably whether or not they want to take it easy on the Trombones here, if they're going to go for the kill. New quarterback in there as the
I think I have a little bit.
quarterback this time will be, looks like Papa Spud, number 50, lining up for
Absolute.
quarterback. Andrew Jensen, the offensive lineman. He's been on the offense and defensive line, and I think right now he's lining up at quarterback.
This is usually you see something, the goal line package.
Brendan, the goal line package.
It's usually the big fella taking the ball in right at the 1. But, nah, he better throw this ball.
Brendan Murphy, skater boy, back there with him. Rolling right, just firing and caught by who else but Bean Dip. Up across the 40-yard line, enough for a first down. 35 seconds, and they're in the hurry-up offense.
The Trumpets are running hurry-up offense up.
They're in timeout by the Trumpets.
Oh. This is
They are going to just do anything they can to get into the end zone here. Papa Spud, that was a good throw.
that was a right on the money, and it was a laser too. Really, no arc to it. It was a good throw. I don't know if you remember from the film. Remember the Titans? Their offensive coordinator, the defensive coordinator, goes to the head coach and he says, "Run it up, Herman. Leave no doubt." And I
That's
think
right.
the Trumpets do not want to leave any doubt. They want to run it up.
They're trying to run the score up for sure. Trying to get to that. They got the 49 last year. I think they're trying to match that mark. Bit of a shift on the offensive line. Papa Spud back to throw. Fires deep. And it is caught.
Oh,
Looking for room to run. And making a move. And that is number 22, Tyler Beebe. And
base.
I think they called another timeout.
Gabby Base with the
19 seconds.
Wow.
19 seconds. I believe they called another timeout.
Gabby Base on the tackle.
Yeah, Gabby Bay, shocker.
Shocker.
Able to- So, down to the 31-yard line.
Yeah.
Before like college, I didn't know shit about football. Still like not quite there, almost, a little.
There you go.
So, 31-yard line. Timeout by the Trumpets.
Leave no doubt, I guess.
No, they've taken 2 of their 3 timeouts. They still have one more.
They still have one timeout. They
They
have
19 seconds to do this. 31, and Papa Spud's going to be looking, I think, to throw this into the end zone.
He's looking for the fade route. He's going end zone. You know it.
They got trips to the left side. 2 running backs back there with Papa Spud, who's looking to break the hearts of the Trombones with another score.
Boy, if the third stringer takes you on a scoring drive in the last drive of the game,
Oh, man. All right. Oh, they are just a lot of motion. They have moved Zach Newhouse sneakers multiple times. Roll out right. Papa Spud fires, looking, and it's intercepted. The Trombones, Purple Cobra on the interception. He's
makes a
looking
move.
for the touchdown. He's down the left sideline, chased by Martinez. Looking to rip the ball. Finally, they push him out of bounds. Inside the 20-yard line, 2 seconds remaining. So a chance now
2 seconds.
for the Trombones to get into the end zone as they intercept the pass as
From Papa Spud.
Papa Spud throws it a little short. And now the Trombones have a chance to rub it in the face of the Trumpets.
End the game on your own terms is the way
That's
I see
right.
it.
Get this in the end zone. Ball will be spotted at the 4-yard line. As you know that the Trumpets are looking to intercept a pass or force a fumble here.
And that's go and take it back the other way.
Take it, yeah.
They are
I think
playing
you're
to the
going to see
final
that
whistle.
pitch play, trying to score a touchdown desperately. Well, let's see if maybe the Trombones can find their way in the end zone. The ball spotted at the 6. They're going to huddle up.
They know they got one shot. One
right.
shot at the end zone.
One chance. No play clocks in this game, so does not matter
One shot. One opportunity.
to make this 42-14.
To make it a little respectable.
That's right. So you can say, hey, Trumpets, we scored last. Just have you know, we intercepted your pass.
He who laughs last, laughs best.
Ooh,
is the phrase.
There it is.
Couldn't say it, but you know. the
Very
meaning was there.
insightful color commentary by Kyle Remenap as we see the line of cars finally leaving the field. Oh, the spectators are out of here. Multiple cars leaving the parking lot as they're not ready to see this
Fans are
final play.
Fans are filing out.
Beat the traffic. As we have a 42-7 score. As now we're ready to play here on offense. Your quarterback's Kyle Fields from the 6-yard line.
I like a 3-back look back there.
Yeah, a bit of a strange formation. Not sure how legal the formation is, but Fields rolls right, fires, incomplete, and that'll end the toilet bowl. Last-ditch Hail Mary effort, and the Trumpets win the game on a score of 42-7. And again, our player of the game is Zach Mays, Bean Dip, able to make plays all over the field.
Made his presence known on both sides of the ball. I mean, pretty much 3 huge catches, 2 of them for touchdowns. Had the huge tackle for loss, I believe it was a sack, to kind of stall one of the drives of the Trombones. I mean, he was a force.
He was in a really good game, but the Trumpets just on both sides of the ball just seemed dominant.
They did just seem to kind of overwhelm the Trombones on both ends. Their defense, we didn't talk about it a lot, but was pretty much stifling. They, the man coverage all game. I mean, Trombones had nothing to figure that out.
Yeah, well, another toilet bowl in the books. A 42-7 win, and your 2017 Toilet Bowl champions, and for the second straight year, is the Central Michigan Chippewa Trumpets by the dominating score 42-7. That's going to wrap it up for us. I'm Brad Gressens, and alongside Kyle Remenap, the Trumpets celebrate a 42-7 victory over the Trombones, and we'll talk to you guys next year for the 2018 Toilet Bowl game.